All right, my friends, first we're going to add some snow to our artwork. So you're going to get a glue stick and you're going to go in with that glue stick and fill up one side of your snow. You're going to flip that over, line it up corner to corner, press and rub. Press and rub. Okay, so now what we're going to be doing is making some shapes in here. We are going to be tracing and cutting out some triangles. So please remember the scissor safety we talked about earlier. What you're going to need for this is a pencil. You are going to pick one of the 3 primary color papers, blue, yellow, or red. Set your background to the side. And we're going to fit our triangle on our paper. And we're going to hold our tracer, so this brown triangle is our tracer, on our paper tight with one hand. And with our writing hand, we're going to go around that triangle. Now, when you're using a stencil, remember your pencil should line right up with that stencil. So I want the side of my pencil to touch that stencil. And I have to, again, hold it so it doesn't move on me. Once I have a fully traced triangle, I'm going to use scissors to now cut it up. Remember, with scissors, your thumb goes on the top, fingers go on the bottom, and we are going to now cut this out. I'm going to start with one side, and I'm following along the line as I'm cutting. Now, I've gotten to the end. I have to use my other hand to twist this paper and go in this direction. Okay, so now I have to stop at a corner. I have to twist the paper in this direction. All right, I'm going to now take this and we're going to glue it on to your paper. So you're going to be using a glue stick again. Cover the back good. And you want to be quick because the glue stick does dry fast, my friends. So now I'm going to take this, flip it over. I can go into my snow. I can go above it. I'm going to now place it where I want. Rub so that it sticks. Now I'm going to get another one and do the same thing. Trace and cut. All right, one thing you want to think about while you're doing this is if you have an area where maybe you can see some pencil line, I call that the messy side, and it's okay. What you want to do when you're gluing is we don't want to add glue to the clean side. We want it on the messy side. So if you have a side where, hey, I see a lot of pencil line showing, I'm going to use my glue stick, and I am going to add the glue to that side where the pencil's showing, so I'm adding the messy to the messy side. Now for our second triangle, you want to place this so it is not touching your first triangle. So I'm just going to put this one up here, press and rub. Now that we have our tree in, we're going to do our tree branches and our tree trunks with a Sharpie. So you're going to start by going right down the middle of your tree in your triangle, but you want to bring that line down into the snow, about that far. That's our tree trunk. Now off of our tree trunk, we're going to do some lines. You can do any kind of line you want. Pick one line. So maybe I want to do castle lines. And I'm just going to go back and forth with whatever line I came up with to add some decorative element to my trees. Now same thing here, I'm going to do a line down the middle. It's going to come past the triangle into the snow. Maybe I want to do a wavy line. And again, those lines go from that center line all the way up to the very edge of my triangle. All right, cap the Sharpie back on. We are now going to do another tree. So pick out a color that you'd like. Again, you're going to trace and cut. Okay, so now that I have my third tree, or my third triangle cut out, this tree is going to overlap your other trees. And an art, overlapping is when two shapes touch one another. So I'm gonna find one of my trees. I wanna, I still wanna see that nice tree I made, so maybe I'm just gonna overlap a little bit in between these two. Again, I'm gonna do a line down the center. And you can repeat one of your lines, or you can do a new line that goes from that straight line in the center.